Hello Leo and welcome to your reading. This is a reading for all those who have a Leo sun sign, Leo moon sign, Leo ascendant. We're taking a look at your current energies. Some of you could have just stepped into them, some of you could be in the midst of these energies, and some of you could be towards the end of experiencing these energies and situations which vibe with these energies. So see how you are placed, see how the guidance works for you, what works for you, and think through everything before applying and moving forward with it. Let us start your reading, Leo, and let us start by, we'll start by taking a look at past, present, and we'll just examine all of that, past, present, and the future. So in the past you have Four of Pentacles, present Three of Swords, and coming up Nine of Wands. So in the past you have, currently you are experiencing a lot of grief, Leo, and sadness, and it's a feeling of your heart being really damaged and hurt, you know in more ways than one, because there are three swords piercing this heart. So it's not that one thing alone, it is that one thing coupled with other things which is adding to the grief. All right. And I think you are feeling really exhausted, tired, weary of handling this grief. I need to look at a little bit of your past before I can say anything about it. But in the past, all what I'm getting from this Four of Pentacles is that you have been keeping to yourself. You have not been probably sharing your whatever happened in the past which has caused you a lot of grief and sadness. You're not sharing that with anybody. You've been dealing with it yourself, Leo. And all the more reason why you're feeling so exhausted, because when we are handling something as drastic as Three of Swords all by ourselves, it really takes a toll on our energy. Wands is just energy, protecting your feelings, safeguarding yourself, warding off potentially threatening situations, potentially threatening conversations. You don't, that is the why we keep, now I'm getting it, that that is why you keeping to yourself, because dealing with this is, as it is taking such a toll on you, that you really don't want to put yourself out there for any other kind of experience, because this is itself so consuming for you to deal with it, to handle with it, to find a way out of it. And the very fact that Nine of Wands is there, it means that so far you've not been able to come up with a solution for this, come up with a resolution for this, found out a way to deal with this and get past this. So that is why you're really keeping to yourself. You're not meeting with anybody, you're not probably even talking to too many people. You're just keeping to yourself a lot, because you are just I would say, yes, you are grappling with this, Leo. Let's get some more detail into your situation and your energy. We'll start by delving into this card of your past. Here you got Three of Pentacles. So it's probably a group, something regarding a group of people. They could be colleagues at work, they could be friends, it could be family, it could be any community you are connected with, but it is definitely something which has a group energy. Tower, and okay, and you've got the Page of Wands. So I feel that you broke away from a group for some reason. It could be a different reason for all of you, but the similarity for all of you, all Leos who are watching this video, is that there was something connected to a group energy from which you have disconnected, and it was really sudden. Something came out in the open regarding this group, which probably some well, I wouldn't say Supposing, taking an example of, colleagues at work, you came across some information which kind of, shook the entire foundation of your connection with this particular group. You realized things, you realized some truths, you saw things very clearly, because of whatever happened, and you realized that you cannot be, either you could not be part of this group, or, it came as a big shock that, these people you were so closely connected with could, actually have these kind of truths tumbling out of the, cupboard, like skeletons coming out of the cupboard, kind of a thing, kind of a revelation which was made to you. So, because of that, it sorry, for some of you it was quite a shock, the way things opened up, the way things unfolded, the way things were revealed, that, you decided to, like, really disconnect with them either immediately, or you're still giving it some thought that you can't be. One thing is for sure, that you are not going back to this group. That is for sure, because you've got Page of Wands. From here you're coming to this, from here you're again by yourself. So it is a card which shows, all these cards are pointing in one direction, that you have moved away from this group. But whatever was revealed, whatever unfolded, whatever was told to you has been a bit of a shock for you, which you're not able to get over. And more than, anything else, it has hurt you emotionally. You never thought that, people could, do these kind of things, say these kind of things, or this was what was happening behind your back. It's a little surprising that, Seven of Swords isn't here, because that is a card which depicts this kind of energy. But maybe, it wasn't something very nasty. Maybe there were some truths for some of you which you did not know, and it came as a very ugly surprise. It kind of, brought down your entire connection, like a house of cards, just collapsing. That is exactly the energy of the Tower. But whatever was revealed to you, and however it was revealed to you, has hurt you emotionally more than anything else. So yes, you are not mixing with these people, you don't feel like talking to them, you're not connecting with them. That is what has been in the recent past, which has led to this Three of Swords. Now let us take a look at this Three of Swords energy. Alright, so here we've got Eight of Cups, another card which confirms that you have moved away from this group. At least you don't see yourself ever going back over here. That is for sure, Leo. Yeah, and you've got Knight of Swords. You want to move away, and move away really fast from them, because this is not something you would like to, I mean, it must have been pretty drastic, for you to take such a step of, completely disconnecting from them. And you have got Nine of Swords, which is again a card of anxiety. And I'm also getting that, maybe people in this group said something to you which was very unexpected. Either some truths were revealed about this group, or a couple of people from this group spoke to you in a very the way they spoke to you has really upset you, and that is also the reason why you could have disconnected from them. So either some things got revealed, or probably you heard something about yourself. But I would have got a card of conversation. Regardless, I can't get all the cards I want in this reading, so I'm just giving you a few interpretations that, something could have been revealed to you about them in general. Something you got to know how they are, about yourself and them, how you heard something being discussed about you, which again caused you a lot of grief. It really, kind of shook you, that, people could be, saying these things about you, or this is the impression they have of you, or this is how they talk about you, which again, made sure that you are not going to go back to them. It has caused you a lot of heartbreak, that people could talk about you like that, they look at you like that. Or you got to know something about them which made you feel that, what a kind, I don't want to associate with this kind of a group. And that is why you're moving away. But it is still causing you anxiety, it's causing you a lot of stress, and, it's causing you a lot of sleepless nights, because you're constantly going over what happened, this Tower energy. You keep going back to, that moment where you found out all these things. That is something which is going on and on in your head, in your, mind. You keep replaying that entire scenario, or you keep, playing those words out for yourself in your head constantly, which is not giving you any kind of peace of mind. It is just giving you a lot of heartache and a lot of stress, because the more you think about it, the more your heart gets hurt. and the more your heart gets hurt, the more you go back to it, that how could it be like this, and etc, etc. So you have decided to move away from there and move away for good. And some of you have already, I would say most of you, all of you have created that distance between yourself and this particular group of people, but the anxiety and the heartache still lingers. Let us look at what this Nine of Wands is. Yeah, we've got the Devil card, we have got the Four of Swords, after Three of Swords, Four of Swords, which talks of getting a little bit of rest, and Two of Swords. You have got a lot of swords, so it's very evident in your reading that these are things which whatever event has happened has is troubling you, you know mentally and emotionally. This card of the Devil, it talks of attaching yourself to a negative event, giving I think, Leo, all of you will soon get the understanding, however you get it, that this is a very negative situation which will only grow if you continue thinking about it, because it is all negative energy, and the laws are such that whatever you energize through your own thoughts, through your by putting your own energy into it, the bigger it's going to get, at least at the energetic level. So it becomes really big to handle and hold on to. Soon you will realize that you are feeding this energy through your thoughts and through your emotions, and you need to stop doing it, because only when you stop thinking about it will you be able to create a distance between yourself and what happened in the past. That is what is going to give you this peace of mind, this ability to rest and rejuvenate, and to sleep well, and to bring about healing for yourself. At least this Two of Swords tells me that at least you will reach a position where you will stop thinking about it. Right now, currently, you are obsessively thinking about it, because this Devil card is about obsession. You're very, very obsessive about what has happened, and it's very difficult to come out of it. I can quite understand, but you will soon realize that you need to put a distance between this event and where you are right now, because you cannot keep feeding your energy to this particular thing. And that is when the obsession will start receding. And when it starts receding, you will start getting this rest and ability to rejuvenate your mind as well as your heart, because you no longer go back to it. When you keep going back to it, you bring alive the entire situation. So when you stop going back to it, you allow that situation to die its own death, at least for the time being. If nothing else, you are not feeding energy to it. Okay, and then it will stop growing, then it will stop taking all your time and effort and energy. So I think all of you will start moving away from the situation. At least you will not go back to thinking about it and playing it out in your mind and in your head again, and reach a position where you create a distance and stop looking at it for yourself. Because this is a card where you see this witch has got a blindfold. She will not see it, she's not able to see where she's hitting. So this is how you will also put a blindfold on your inner eye to stop looking at this situation, which is going to give you this ability to rest and rejuvenate, this Four of Swords. So you will find your own way of putting the distance and putting an end to thinking about all these things. Okay, now I will get you a card of outcome. So what is the likely outcome for Leo if you follow this guidance? Because the cards follow each other, what has come out in the past, and then the future cards carry on the energy from what has already been opened up, whatever energy has opened up. So if this is how things are panning out, and this is exactly what you do, that you stop thinking about it, and you're able to get some rest for yourself. What would the likely outcome be for Leo? You've got the World card. Your situation is going to end. It's a lovely card to get in the outcome. So the moment you start creating a distance between yourself and this event energetically, you will this whole thing will come to its logical end. I got this card for your guidance. Learn to ask questions. So the more you let's say come up with, the more you delve into a situation, the more you keep analyzing it, the deeper you go into it, what happened, why it happened, things like that. You want to keep getting answers for everything. That means you are diving deeper into the situation. This situation, what you're experiencing, Leo, as it is such a difficult situation to to have experienced, that the more you try to uh, analyze it and make it threadbare, the deeper you are going to get into it. And right now what you need is to create a distance. Some, it might work either way for you. You need to see, you need to take a call. If you feel that you're going to pick it clean, make it absolutely threadbare so that you get all the facts, and then only are you going to get that peace for yourself because you've cleared up each and everything, then this card will work for you very well, because your energy is such. Some of you Leos have that energy, to really get down to the bottom of things so that you can get your peace of mind and close the situation. For some of you, you have already been, diving deep into it but not coming up with any more information, and that is for you to see that, how many questions am I going to ask when, I think, I'm really exhausted with just diving into it, and I would not want to, explore it any further, and I would like to start creating a distance between myself and what happened. So see which category you come in, and then take a call from there. Either you want to really get down to the bottom of things, and then so the card is telling you that, if you have that kind of an approach, then by all means you will get down to the bottom of it, because for all of you the rest and the closure is definitely there. All of you will be able to wrap up this situation, but some of you would like to go into every aspect of it for yourself, and finally then tell yourself that yes, now that I have got this information, now I can let this situation go. Or for some of you, you have been asking questions, but you feel that you're really exhausted and spent analyzing it. You don't want to spend even another day thinking about it. That is when you will get your rest of Four of Swords, and you will get your closure, Leo. The second card I got as guidance is become immune to poison. So yes, somebody really, you heard some pretty nasty things about, you know, maybe about how these people talk. They have a very nasty way of speaking and communicating, right? So you're just being, you know, urged to, you know, not pay too much attention to negative things. I know it is very difficult. I mean, I also feel it's humanly impossible not to get upset when you hear things which are unpleasant. But that is the whole thing, that we should not get. This is the card of attachment, and to a certain extent some kind of obsession, and this can happen with things which appeal to us and things which we dislike. So if somebody has said something really nice about us, we can get obsessed with that as well, right? So if we have this ability to keep that distance towards everything which comes our way, then we will not put it in category of good and bad. We will look at everything from a very neutral point of view. So if you are to create some neutrality, it would be a good idea to make sure that even that we're a little neutral even to the good comments and to the negative ones. But here it is more about um, turning a deaf ear to what we hear, which is not very nice, because it's difficult to have to control anybody else, right? So we just need to be a little thick-skinned about certain things, and I think that's the best way to go about handling these kind of situations. Of course, take into account that things hurt you and try and come out of it, but over a period of time we need to learn to be immune to at least the poison, right? Any other guidance for Leo? Say goodbye to sadness and drama. So whatever the situation was, it's complementing this world card, which says that it is time to end it, and it is also a confirmation that you will end it soon, Leo. You've got two cards of ending, so it is around the corner. See which way works for you. as far as this question is going, but you will see that whichever approach works for you, the putting an end to this chapter is just round the corner for you. So that was your reading, Leo. And if you like the reading, do subscribe to the channel for regular updates. And thank you for watching.